The Lord will do good to do. The Lord will do what is good in His sight. When we do it God's way, it seems to work, doesn't it? Seems to come through. Heard something from a lady last week. It really went down to my heart. She said, I don't like hurting people. And I thought, that's God's life. He doesn't like people getting hurt, does he? He doesn't like us getting hurt. And it was shown me in John 16, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John 16. Verse 33. I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. He wants us to have peace, doesn't he?
Yes.
In this world you will have trouble. When I first got saved, or people were trying to get me saved, they were saying to me, all you've got to do is give your life to Jesus, be born again, become a Christian, and no more trouble. And then I got saved, and before I got home I was in trouble. And then I realised that people would say anything to get me saved. They weren't telling me the truth. They knew how important it was to get saved, because if you don't get saved, you're going to go to hell. That was the truth. That was for sure. And that's the only way you're going to get to heaven. That's correct. But to say that you're not going to have trouble is not correct. I have trouble daily. I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will. Everyone say, will.
Will.
Have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. So what I've learned over my 40 years of being a Christian is that God helps me through the trouble. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because you comfort me, you help me, you guide me through that valley of the shadow of death. Amen? So that is important, to understand that we're going to have problems, we're going to have troubles, and God can guide us through that. Matthew 6. (33) says, but seek first the kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Now he says something very interesting in verse 34. Let's have a look at that closely. Now I'm reading out the NIV. Amen? Therefore, go back to see what it's there for. We've done that. You've got to put God first and His kingdom first. Therefore, do not, and it says something really interesting here, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Now this is in blood, which means who?
Jesus.
Jesus is saying this. Each day, watch what He says, has enough trouble of its own. Now Jesus never said you get saved and your troubles are over. What He did say was that you'll be able to overcome the trouble, because He has won the victory, so you can have peace in this. I've got a peace that God is with me. When I woke up and I found out that I didn't have a leg, I was in trouble. I didn't think I'd ever be able to walk again. They were fighting for my life. I was unstable. It looked like I was going to die. The doctors wouldn't tell me if I was going to live or die because they did not know. Amen? But I had a peace in my heart because the Lord was with me. Now, God's never let me down. God has never let me down. He says, rise up and walk. So I'm thinking, hop along, Cassidy. Hop, hop, hop. Then he gave me all these scriptures. Though I have fallen, you will arise. As I was on my back, crashed on the floor. But I knew that I had a peace in my heart that God hasn't left me. We're working through now a $70,000 leg. This one here, I'm not sure how much it was, but it's in the thousands. A waterproof leg was $35,000. And it's all been provided for me. It's all come through. God has made sure that things are in place for it to happen. When I'm in trouble, I've learned something. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge His ways, and He will straighten your paths up. Which paths? The crooked ones. We've got trouble all the time. Now, let me just go to the one I just touched on. That's Proverbs. You probably all know that. But it's Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3:5. Amen? I'm reading that NIV. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding in all your ways. How many ways?
All.
All your ways submit to Him and He will make your paths straight. He will make your paths straight. They're not straight, He will make them straight. You stick with Him, for the upright will live in the land. The blameless will remain in Him. And that's 21, by the way, I jumped over to. So, verse 21, 3:21, okay? I'll get it right in a minute. Proverbs 2:21. Okay. So it's important for us to understand that God hasn't left us. God's not forsaken us. Amen? Hebrews 13. Verse 5, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid.